Hey kids, Lisa here with my second weekly mindfulness tip. Now, mindfulness can be understood very simply as what it means to pay attention in a deliberate and non judgmental way. So, what does it mean to bring our awareness deliberately to whatever an experience is, whatever is arising in our bodies, our hearts, our minds, and whatever that arising is, we might experience it or understand it as an internal sensation, or we might understand it as something in the outside world, which we're recognizing through our bodies, or it might be something that feels really internal, like an emotion or a thought. But whatever the kind of phenomenon is, whatever the kind of experience is, whether it's a sensation, whether it's a perception, whether it's an idea, whether it's an image, whether it's an emotion, whether it's a mood, whatever it is, even if it feels totally mystical and far out, or if it feels completely mundane, whatever it is, we can bring our awareness to it, and we can do so and become more adept at doing so without any judgment whatsoever. And when we practice that, bringing awareness to phenomena without activating extra judgment, when we do that, when we practice that, the state of awareness that arises is what we call mindfulness. Now, there's this really paradoxical thing which I love messing with, which is that we can practice non-judgmental awareness of our judgments themselves, right? So I can become aware that I don't like something. So when I'm practicing mindfulness, it doesn't mean that I have no attitude about my experience, but it means that I'm able to kind of see the way in which my experience is framed by things like judgment or reaction or preference. I can see that framing. I can notice my own reactivity. And in doing so, I can become mindful of the ways in which I'm triggered or grabbed onto by my experience. Okay, so what is this week's mindfulness tip? I am offering the tip of one of my very favorite mindfulness practices called itch practice. Itch practice is very simple. Itch practice means that the next time you become aware of an itch, like literally your skin is itching, and now because itching is actually very suggestible of a sensation, you probably are itching somewhere in your body even as I speak. In fact, I'm itching in 4 different places right now, and one of those places is not so polite to scratch on video. So, okay, itch practice. The next time you become aware of an itch, don't scratch. That's it. Don't scratch. Notice the itch without scratching it. Notice the itch without scratching it. And what you'll notice is that the itch, like all phenomena, rises in intensity, reaches a peak, and then eventually it will fade away. Now, that arc, that kind of emerging into our awareness, our consciousness, and then kind of reaching a peak of intensity and then fading away, that arc could be like, doop, doop. My husband has ice pick headaches, for instance. Horrible, horrible headaches. He doesn't have them that often, but when he has them, they're terrible. And they're called ice pick headaches because it's this like jab, sudden, it's like linked to migraines, but this sudden jab into his head. And so a phenomenon like that, the peak looks like this, right? It's like, and then it's gone. Some experiences, some emotional states, some physical states, some thoughts might come into our awareness very gradually and stay for a very, 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 very long time. But everything that we experience, precisely insofar as it is experience, insofar as it's part of our finite, transient, embodied existence, everything is like this. It comes into being and it fades away. And so in itch practice, we in real time get to see that impermanent quality of our experiences. And in real time, we get to practice not reacting to our experiences, but just observing them. Observing them without judgment, without reaction. So check it out, itch practice. I have very itchy skin, so I've had a lot of practice with itch practice. Okay, thanks for watching, and as always, thank you for your practice.